on the board, move the process along by actually voting a bill in the Senate today. That's our intent.
So you're saying you could change this plan by amending another bill later?
That's right. That's possible to do. Again, if there's
I know the answer to that question,
yes.
Marty.
Yes, absolutely. If there is that are acceptable without really undermining the fundamental nature of the bill, that's certainly an accommodation that we would be willing to make. I'll turn over to our majority leader at this point.
Hey, can I just ask a question? This is SB1. This is arguably the hallmark piece of legislation for the Senate Democratic agenda. Is it disappointing in some sense that you can't get on the same page with the governor?
I would just say that's why it's so important for us to do this bill. It is SB1. It reflects what we think is the core value of the Democratic Party to do, and that's why we're doing it.
So he took away all my thunder here, but this is Senate Bill 1 for a reason. This is our most important policy agenda item this session. Paid family medical leave is an issue that is done all across the world in every other industrialized country except the United States of America. We need to do this here in the state. Corporations that already offer some sort of paid family medical leave. So this is a very important thing. My colleagues have worked, including Senator Looney and Senator Kushner and Representative Porter and others and our staff, have worked extremely hard on putting a bill together over the last 5 months to get us to this point today. I think everybody has worked in good faith in a number of different areas. So it is disappointing to hear what the governor had said today, but we have to run this bill. We have a lot of people counting on us to run this bill today. There's a lot of people in the public who believes in paid family medical leave just as much as we do here at the state capitol. And so it's important, and we have said from day one, when we announced this as Senate Bill 1, with Senator Looney's blessing as Senate President, that this was going to be our top policy priority this session. Again, thanks to Senator Kushner, Representative Porter, Senator Looney's leadership, and all the staff and everybody else who has worked so hard on this. This is really a day that we need to take this vote today.
If you've been working on this for 5 months, how did it get to this point?
We'd like to hear
today?
from Representative Kushner, Senator Kushner now.
I would just like to focus on some good news. And the really good news here is that we agree with the governor, with the House, on the fundamental elements of this bill. This bill will provide working families with time off to take care of their kids with wage replacement so they don't have to pick between their family members and a paycheck. And that's the most important fundamental aspect of this bill, and we agree with the governor on that. We agree with him on all the principles. When it comes to the administration, we all want the same thing. We want it to work well for the people of Connecticut. We want it to be efficient and cost effective. And so we have some disagreements about how you get there, but I agree with Senator Looney and Senator Duff. This is our top priority, and we can get there, and we can get this bill passed. We have a whole year and a half before we even start contributing to the fund, and we have 2.5 years before people start getting paid out benefits. So there really is enough time to get this right, and we intend to do that.
Has the administration given you alternative language on the governance issue, which seems to be the heart of the governor's, the rationale behind the governor's veto threat?
We've spent hours and hours with the governor's people working on the governance issues, and I believe that we have accommodated them in many, many ways. And so we have gotten different proposals at different times. We have not gotten anything in the last few days.
Okay, so wait, just let me follow up. So you're describing this as a compromise, the quasi-public.
Absolutely.
Okay, and they did not counter with specific language as to what they wanted to see. Is that correct?
So we have worked with them, and they have given us language, and we have given them language for the last several months. This is not something that just happened. If you remember, Governor's Bill 881 came out with a quasi-public agency. And so we've been working on that concept and on all the details for months with language back and forth. We haven't gotten anything from the governor in the last few days.
Thank you.
Is there a difference in terms of, you say quasi-public, so you would be open to insurance companies bidding for governing this?
This bill that we'll be voting on today does include the opportunity for RFPs to be given out for essential elements of the program. And this is what Representative Porter and I have been working on, is to make sure that the process of bidding out that part of the program would have to be transparent, and it would have to live up to criteria to make it cost effective and efficient and good for the people of Connecticut.
Can you talk how it got to this point 2 weeks before the session? Have you been working, Senator Looney, if you've been working on this for 5 months, how did it get to this point 2 weeks before the session ended?